Show us your quality.
Whew. All right. So anyway, the next map is going to be Electric Circuit, of course, because, well, it's the same map order for all our best of threes. And, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have Electric Circuit popping up once again. The map with the interesting back expansion. I like these maps. I think this is a good set of maps. There's interest, but nothing too crazy, so the players can actually deal with it. So yeah, we're going to see how this pans out, and often see. I'm not quite sure what race this map favors. You got any idea on that, Sale?
I believe it favors Terran actually quite heavily. So that'll be interesting to see what Bakuryu can do to get around that. It's actually quite interesting. I'm not 100% sure why that is, considering that Zerg gets a free mineral only, but that's what the statistics say.
Okay, that's kind of curious. Statistics don't lie, but I'm interested to see how that actually pans out and see if
oh, elegant. You naive little boy, you. Statistics always lie. They always lie. Dude, 95% of statistics are lies.
Here we go.
Here
we go. Oh, Sale.
Alright, anyway, let us go on to game number 2. TerrOr down 0-1, but this time with the map statistics in his favor. And here we go. Alright, at the top left corner as the orange Zerg we have LRM Bakuryu. And at the bottom left as the yellow Terran we have SJ.TerrOr.
Exciting stuff. So Bakuryu, after taking a little bit of a hit in the mid-game last game, came back strong and showed us what he is made of. And showed us exactly what TerrOr is made of in the process. So let's see if TerrOr can come back and respond in kind and pull out a win on this one. I would like to see a close series here. Both these players can definitely show us some good stuff, so I hope it's good to a 2-1. So kind of rooting for TerrOr in this one, but no disrespect to Bakuryu. I'm sure if he deserves the win, he'll be able to take it thoroughly. But yeah, I'd just like to see a close contest, I suppose. And I'm curious to see what TerrOr will try and do to mitigate how last game went. Maybe he'll come out with another crazy strategy in the other game this time, but only time will tell.
Well, just as you say that, an SCV is moving out here, although I think this is just going to be for a wall-in. So he's going to build a supply depot, and yes, okay, so I think with 2 depots and a barracks you can wall in quite nicely here. Although I'm not 100% sure whether it's tight everywhere, but I think you can do it pretty easily. But yeah, I'm just wondering what TerrOr's mindset is right now. I mean, he definitely had the upper hand there in the mid game of that game. So for Bakuryu to come back like that, I'm sure is quite frustrating for him. You know, especially, I mean, I know I've said this a lot already about Bakuryu, but you know, he is a fairly low APM player. I mean, he's spamming right now, so you can't really tell. But you know, that game he was basically playing sub 200 APM. And going into the late game in ZVT or Zerg vs anything really requires a whole bunch of multitasks, because you really got to be on the ball with your defilers. You know, you got to be running Zerglings all over the place. You know, get lurkers in good positions and all that jazz, and you know, be scourging science vessels. There's really a lot of stuff you have to do to have an effective late game. So the fact that Bakuryu was able to pull that back, I'm sure, is a little bit annoying. And look at this, Bakuryu scouts the middle for proxy barracks. He checks for cheese from TerrOr here, thinking that perhaps that is in fact what TerrOr was thinking after last game, but no, doesn't see anything there, and actually just pulls the drone straight back home. Doesn't go to scout the other expansion, or sorry, the other main base locations. He just wanted to know if TerrOr was proxy raxing him.
Yeah, I think that's really valid, because honestly, if I was TerrOr this game, I would be wanting to close it out a little bit earlier, because I can only imagine he's feeling really a little bit thwarted after the way the late game went last game. And if I were him, I'd be thinking, well, what can I do? That was just too good. That was too difficult to beat. So I can entirely see why Bakuryu would be expecting something like that to be happening in the middle of the map. But yeah, nothing doing. He's going to have to wait a bit longer for any kind of revelation. TerrOr just going very safe, very standard, throwing down a command center already.
Indeed he is. And on the other side, of course, Bakuryu putting that macro hatch at his mineral only. And looks like, is there a Marine running around? There is actually one Marine going out here. Is he just like looking for this Overlord or something? Or is he actually going to do a mini bunker rush? He might actually try and bunker rush. And well, how many Lings are there? Oh my god, Bakuryu only made drones. Unless he made
the
Lings.
Marine's going home. Marine's going home.
Oh my god,
he made no Lings. And the Marine is going home.
Wow, TerrOr had a good opportunity there. I mean, on the other hand, it was only a single SCV and Marine, so a few drones could probably have just held it. But, man, look at this, Bakuryu just... I mean, he hasn't actually... okay, now he... Okay, okay, never mind. His Overlord sees the wall here, so he knows he's not in any danger, so he just was like, yeah, no Zerglings required. Oh, and that's not a tight wall at all.
No, not even a little bit. I think you could probably push an Ultras through that if you tried hard enough. But a bunker should be able to see it safe for the early game.
I think that would take a lot of grease to get that Ultra through that gap.
And a lot of guys behind him. 1, 2, 3, push. Yeah, that'd be a bit ludicrous. Yeah, but Bakuryu, I think maybe a touch of overconfidence, but I see nothing wrong with that. He saw the wall and he knew he was safe after scouting the middle of the map as well. So producing relatively few Lings is an entirely understandable decision. Looks like he's going to be able to get rid of the scouting SCV in his main. Boom, down it goes. It will, of course, see the lair time and will see the nice early third base in that free mineral-only expansion as well. So
we have a fairly early factory. Oh my god, a fairly early factory, but he's also making Academy. This is exactly what he did yesterday, except it's on 2 bases. But that's okay, because I specifically said yesterday, if he had done that on 2 bases, I would be sort of okay with it. So right now, I'm sort of okay with this. You can also see he's getting a second gas very, very quickly here, so he's definitely going for something crazy.
That's such a great way of hedging your bets, because you can say, I would have sort of understood his point of view, but you're not saying you think he would have won, so you played it really safe there. I like what you've done. I should try doing that with
see, that's one of the tricks of being a caster, you see? I'm never wrong now, because I never commit to anything.
Yeah, so you can kind of claim to be right, but you can always sort of squirm out of a misstep. Oh, I like it. That's very, very clever. I think I'm going to maybe adopt that for myself. But let's see if this strategy actually has legs. It might sort of... I'm going to do this. It might sort of work on 2 bases, because he'll just have that little bit more strength behind him. And it's not like if he loses a dropship, it's all over and everything's terrible. He might be able to bounce back, even if he does have a calamity as he did last game. And this could work quite nicely because of Bakuryu's early third. It could just mean he's a little bit that little later to actually defend. We do have Bakuryu going straight to lurkers though, by the looks of things. Yeah, he's already researching the lurker upgrade at his Hydroist den.
Oh man, that's very interesting, but fortunately for TerrOr, he didn't actually do the build he did yesterday, which is Rush for Valkyries. He did actually go for the Fast Science Vessel instead, so that is going to help him against Lurkers. I think it's very interesting that Bakuryu is doing this. You know, in ZBT, I think I mentioned already, but basically going for Lurker builds is not very common nowadays. However, if you're going to do a Lurker build, this is one of the maps to do it on, because there are these neutral buildings at the back that you can break down very easily with Lurkers. There's 10 stacked neutral buildings here, side disruptors, with 2,000 HP each. So if you just attack it with a normal unit, it'll take you forever to break them down, but if you attack it with a unit with Splash, you can actually kill it quite quickly and open up an extra path into the back of your opponent's base. So I'm very interested to see how this works for Bakuryu.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think this can actually be pretty good. This is always the kind of thing I worry about when I see Zerg versus anyone, when there's any kind of trickery that can be done with those temples, because the lurkers, yeah, just siege them down. Sorry, did I say temples? I meant side disruptors.
You did it too.
I meant side disruptors. If nobody heard it, it's okay. I'm just going to skim right over that. If you get lurkers onto those side disruptors, then they can actually just siege them down so incredibly fast, and it can provide real...
Elegant. I'm sorry to interrupt, but he made mutas. How does he have gas to make mutas and lurkers at the same time? He's making 2 lurkers in his main, but he also made like 6 mutalisks. Maybe these are a fake. Maybe he's like, oh my god, he might do like a fake mutaharass and put stop lurkers outside his base, so when TerrOr attacks, he just kills everything. Oh, that would be so cool.
That's an audacious prediction. That's the kind of prediction we want to hear, because that is so brilliantly specific. But I would love if that happened. Imagine just to get those mutas all the way into the mineral line and was able to take out a couple of SCVs, but he could land his mutas in a little bit of a sticky situation.
Oh
my Christ! That is a big irradiate going down on those mutalisks right there, so he's going to have to pull the rest of them out. And this If this is a fake out, it's actually gone kind of okay. I can see why this would convince Terra, because not only did Bakuryu get quite aggressive with his mutas, but also Terra has been allowed to think that he's kind of beaten them off quite handily. Has been able to do quite a lot of damage. And so looking like he's actually going to be ready to try and push out right now, but he's going to be met by lurkers and he's going to be disappointed. But yeah,
do it, Bakuryu, do it. Borrow them right here. Stop lurkers,
Please.
stop lurkers. Do it. Dude, because Bakuryu, like, he's such a smart player. I know he's capable of something like that. And he's sacrificing all his mutas. What?
That was a mistake. That was a mistake. He did not mean to do that. You can see he's running away the remainder of his mutas right now. But yeah, I would love some kind of crazy lurker action to happen. I can't imagine it's going to happen particularly effectively because we do already, of course, have science vessels out. So those marines shouldn't be without detection at any point. It would have to take a slight control error on Terra's part. And it looks like he's just making ready to throw up at 6 o'clock, not necessarily actually planning to do any kind of pressure at all as of yet. Meanwhile, Bakuryu perfectly happy to take the 12 o'clock and in order to take another gas at the same time as well to facilitate all that fancy hive tech he's going to be going on up to in just a second with his Queen's Nest already finished. Starting to pop some nice early Scourge time as well to see if he can keep that science vessel count down in the mid game, which is of course very important, as you mentioned last game, and Terra looking very, very reluctant to do any kind of pushing.
Yeah, and you know, with those early science vessels, actually, my whole lurker plan wouldn't actually work, obviously, because he has the detection. One thing I'm actually thinking now is what if some factors outside the game actually influence the decision? What I mean is, alright, now don't get me wrong, guys. I swear to God I'm not racist. I'm not, in fact, Orb. I mean, but what I'm saying is, alright, Terra's Peruvian, alright? And they often lag, and lag is bad for Muta Micro. And we saw bad Muta Micro there, so maybe Bakuryu is like, well, I want to go Mutas, but I probably can't Muta Micro against him. So I'll go Lurkers as well, just in case. And you see, it worked, right? Because his mutas failed miserably, but now he's got lurkers and he's fine. So I'm just saying, maybe he's like actually really smart.
Yeah, maybe. And the important point for everyone to remember here, I think it can't be stressed enough, it's not racist if it's true. So I think we can all safely say that Sale will not be witch hunted for this. Right, guys? We can all come to a gentleman's agreement at this point. I think that's probably the best thing we need to do. And Bakuryu is repositioning his lurkers right now. I think I heard an irradiate go down, but I guess that's already worked. It's terrible magic on one of these lurkers. And Bakuryu is just going kind of free reign over the top right-hand corner, and it looks like he somehow managed to shut down the 6 o'clock base as well. Terra showing no presence there whatsoever. I guess it was those 2 stray mutas that are still running around the place.
Indeed, indeed. Both players just kind of posturing, dancing around. No real action, man. I want some action, Elegant. I want action.
Hey, we all want action here, Sale. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Why, what do you think, I meant I want Zerglings to attack Marines. What do you think?
Oh man, anyway, it looks like Terra's heading over to the top right. I'm not actually sure if he's aware of this base, but he can just go kill it if he is. Looks like he actually isn't. So he's actually going to head over to the 12 o'clock, which is actually relatively undefended. Oh my god, the Zerg forces are actually completely out of position. Terra's stimming and making a run for it here. We might have a crazy engagement here with neither player in a good position. Those are the lurkers running in, and the Marines are going to be forced back here. They do get a good shot off on those Marines. A couple of lurkers do go down as well. So, Scourges all the vessels. Beautiful move by Bakuryu. That's exactly what he wants to do, especially because Terror has gone for a very focused build, trying to build that vessel count at the cost of not having as many Marines as he otherwise would. And for Bakuryu to just snap off those vessels like that is wonderful, although there is a double drop now incoming from Terra's base. But there's an Overlord right by the natural that I think will see these dropships as they fly by. As long as Bakuryu is paying attention here, will he notice? Oh, he probably is going to notice because it's being attacked by turrets. He's definitely going to see it now. Does he have Scourge in position? He's got 1 pair of Scourge, a 2nd pair of Scourge going to intercept. Oh, this is going to be so bad. He's going to get 1, 2... Oh.
2 Marines will live for a short while. Actually going to be able to take out a fair few drones, but yeah, that has not ended well at all for Terra. And Bakuryu on the right-hand side also still holding his position nicely, managing to take out a couple of extra Marines. This is not looking good for our Terran player. He is still on 2 bases. Bakuryu is now on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Despite taking a little bit of an economic damage there, it's not the end of the world for him. Those 2 Marines going to get easily cleaned up right here. And Terra needs to make something happen. He needs to make it happen now. Those 2 dropships, an absolutely devastating loss for him. And they signal a pretty severe dent to his impetus at this point of the game.
Indeed, looks like Bakuryu though has lost a few Zerglings at the back of his mineral only there. Bit of a pathing issue though, unavoidable basically on maps like this. And looks like Terra gonna come in here, try and micro down some lurkers. He's gonna be moderately successful, except the scan ran out. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That awkward moment where there's still a red HP lurker there and you can't see him anymore and you're just running around. You're like, oh god, dude, somebody call the command center. Somebody come on. And then like the Marine whips out his cell phone, he calls the command center, and then like the operator there's like, please hold while we contact the ComSat station.
Yeah,
oh man.
That's a very good explanation for that delay. It is a bit brutal. Fortunately, not too much died for Terra, but that could have been a pretty awkward moment. And he's recollecting a decent group of Marines in the middle, so he's still got a little bit of force in him, but not a huge amount. I mean, he does need a third base, although he's still mining quite well out of his natural, so it's not like do or die moment quite yet, but still I think he needs to, you know, get this moving and deal some kind of damage, because Bakuryu is going on up to Defiler Tech right now. He's got the consume finish, so he's about to get very, very strong. We already saw last game how he can fight his way back from behind with Defiler Tech, but from ahead I hate to see how good he's going to look right here.
Yep, he's Terra's once again moving up to the 12 o'clock position here. I think he still doesn't know about this top right base. It's just defended by 3 lurkers there, and there's no Nidus Canal to pour in reinforcements. Although, oh, we might have a big engagement here. The Defilers are, or rather the one Defiler is going to die before it gets any swarm off. A couple of lurkers going down to the irradiates as well. So these vessels are still doing some work for Terror, although probably not as much as he would have liked, especially given those early signs of losses. And finally, he realizes that this is here, and he's going to make a move. Does he have any more irradiates? He doesn't. Looks like all his vessel energy is gone, so he's just going to have to brute force it down here. But oh man, he's just running headlong into it, and lurkers coming in from the back. The Marines are caught. Oh my god, there's nowhere to run. His Marines are actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're good, but they're not so good when they're dead, and pretty much all of them have gone down, and Bakuryu is just going to be able to come in and clean this up. So while Marines aren't expensive, they're necessary. You need to do some kind of damage with them, and Bakuryu is able to hold on almost for free right there. He lost a little bit of army, but nothing he can't quite easily replace when he's mining off so many bases, and he's going to be able to throw down the top right-hand base now as well. And he's just going to be able to keep spreading way across the map, scourging out another science vessel. Very, very nice for him. The Marines are going to keep on coming, though. He's going to have to stay on top of his game. But I think Terra is looking a little bit out of options.
Indeed he is. He's still trying to run around, make the most of these Marines, but he is behind in supply. He's behind in bases. Baku's expanding again to the top right main here. Looks like... Oh, I thought I saw some random units. Oh, a lot of Scourge here at the natural. Gonna keep that vessel count low. I really, really like that. Even though Terra, you know, invested so early on in those 2 starports, he's just now at, what is that, 5 science vessels? I can't quite tell. And looks like, oh, there's going to be some progress, maybe. No, there's a Nidus Canal here at the top right natural there, so Bakuryu will be able to stream reinforcements in from somewhere, and he's got the Dark Swarm down as well. I like this random Spore Colony. Oh my god, the Scourge are coming, and he gets just 2 vessels, I think. It could have been a lot better, although I think he maybe had some mistargeting there or something, and of course there were some Marines underneath.
Yeah.
But at this point he's got so many bases, he can just throw away Scourge killing vessels, and that's fine.
That could have been so much worse, but still not great for Terra. He can't afford to lose too much right here. Loading up a drop, and he's going to start moving units into the back of Bakuryu's base. Bakuryu looks like he's entirely ready for this. He's got Ultras moving in there to intercept, and he's just absolutely one step ahead of Terra every step of the way right here. It looks like that dropship is maybe... Ooh, the Scourge just missing a trick.
Drop in the main.
Oh yeah, drop going in the main, taking out a few drones, but once again, Bakuryu with his finger right on the pulse is able to deal with that, sending lurkers, ultralisks, slings, everything you like directly towards that, and cleaning out the top right hand corner forces as well. And Terra is trying it all, and Bakuryu is equal to the lot of it, and pulling out every trick in the book right here to try and get back into the game, but Terra's still unable to take a fall. This is getting just so late in the day for him, and the drop actually landing in Bakuryu's natural and doing a decent amount of damage, it looks like, but Bakuryu should be able to replenish his drones fairly quickly, and he's finally going to be able to scourge out that dropship and call an end to that little bit of harassment.
One strange thing I've noticed is actually Terra's not mined out his main. That's very weird. His SCV count is super low right now, and I'm not sure why that's the case. If anything, Terra's the player who often overmakes SCVs. You know, sometimes in the mid and late game, you'll look at his command centers, he'll have like, you know, 7 SCVs just sitting around the command center idling. Whereas in this case, I mean, I don't know where all his SCVs are. Did he just like not make them or something? That's actually quite a big blunder.
It's a blunder, but he has a lot of resources left. It's kind of a double-edged blunder because he hasn't had much cash to work with, but by the same token, he's still got quite a lot left behind him. So while I was thinking he was pretty much down and out, he's actually got a fair amount of mileage left. Bakuryu coming in, though, for another engagement. We've got Ultralisks. He has got Lurkers. He might be able to burrow his Lurkers down. And if he does, that's going to do so much damage to this Marine force. The Marines will just... Holy crap, that is a lot of dead Lurkers right there. The Marines just managing to get it together in time.
The Zerg was just like following the Marines all the way down, just not attacking because there were only lurkers there. They're just like, come on, stop moving so we can kill you. And then the Marines just stopped and just slaughtered them all. Wow. That was not a good move by Bakuryu, and actually now the 12 o'clock base seems relatively undefended. There's only a couple ultras here outside the natural, and there's still was 5 vessels up. Looks like he won't scourge that vessel, and I'm a little bit nervous about Bakuryu losing this base, although I think he'll probably... No, never mind. Or, wait, Marines! Marines! See guys, you thought Marines were only OP in SE2. These are brutal Marines and medics. I think the medics are the big deal here. Look at how many medics there are. Like in SE2, yeah. You got like 8 or 10 medevacs or whatever. You're like, oh yeah, I'm good to go. But man, these medics, these are beastly.
Yeah, they're going absolute beast mode on this. Bakuryu managing to hold on to the 12 o'clock base though, so it's not all doom and gloom for him. But he's had to invest a whole lot in stationary defense right there. And holy hell, TerrOr is just producing so much stuff off his 3 bases, despite the fact that he's got about 10 SCVs in total. And he's just somehow producing clouds of size vessels, huge numbers of Marines. I don't know where he's getting this from. I don't know where he's pulling the resources, and I'm not sure I even want to know.
Oh god, Scourging! Yeah! Man, but you know what? This is because he's purely playing bio. He's not making any factories unit. He's just spamming Marines and medics and size vessels. Oh my god, plague it. Plague it. Plague it. Plague it. Plague the vessels. Plague it. All but 2 vessels getting plagued here. Oh man, 1 Muta will just eat all those vessels, but a few Ultras getting taken down as well. And yeah, what I was saying earlier, basically Medic Marine is super cheap to produce. So oftentimes you do actually see Terran players going a little bit higher in the mineral count just because it's just so hard to actually macro it properly, macro down your money there just because how cheap these units are.
Yeah, and yeah, I'd really love to see Bakuryu actually capitalize on that plague, but he's got no Scourge coming in from anywhere, no Mutas, no nothing, so I guess those Science Vessels are just going to be left weakened for the time being, and he's trying to push his opponent. Oh my god, that is a big plague going down on so many of these Marines. If only he had units to capitalize. And we do have a Mutas coming in. What will he be able to do? How many Science Vessels will we be able to take out? It looks like the Marines are just going to have the strength to see these off, and those Science Vessels are running for their lives right now. Bakuryu should probably be chasing that down, but it looks like he's not too willing to do so. But I just want to see if Mutas get in and start one-shotting the hell out of those Science Vessels. But I guess I'm going to have to wait for my moments of gratification. And TerrOr is just continuing to build up strength in the middle of the map right here. So many Science Vessels, so many Marines and Medics. He's just going for the pure composition right now, and it might actually work out for him. And Bakuryu is still looking a bit on the ropes. Still got a lot to prove in this game.
Oh man, another attack on the 12 o'clock. It looks like the focus of the majority of this game has been on this 12 o'clock base here. Will TerrOr finally be able to take it down here? Ultra's coming in. Where's the Dark Swarm? There's the Dark Swarm, but there's so many vessels here. They can irradiate everything. Where's the Mutalisk? The Mutalisk is on the side. Wait, where did it go? I don't know where it went.
It's coming in. It's coming in.
Oh my god, come on, Muta. Kill them all. Kill them all. Attack. What are you doing? Kill them. Kill them! Yes! Ultra, shoot them! Shoot them! Wait, why are these all full health? Oh wait, no, there we go, there we go. Yeah! Yeah! Kill them all.
That's the moment we were waiting for. And meanwhile, Bakuryu is able to clear up the remnants of the Marine Medic Force and finally gets rid of that big ball of units in the middle of the map. And that Muta finally doing exactly what we wanted it to do, grabbing a whole lot of kills. 8 kills right now on that Mutalisk, and it's bagged a whole lot of Science Vessels for itself. And TerrOr's once again having to recollect, but in the meanwhile, he has managed to get the 6 o'clock base established. So he's kind of getting his way back into a decent position, and Bakuryu not looking as dominant as he once did on 110 supply versus 114 for TerrOr. So TerrOr is once again drawing ahead on supply, and his army count's looking fairly formidable at the moment, despite the fact that he just lost another big engagement in the middle. The Marines just keep coming, and they can be produced so fast. And wow, that is a lot of barracks. He's working off 9 barracks at this point, and all of them flashing bright yellow.
Isn't that 12? Elegant? I mean, I'm not good at math, but...
Oh my god, it's 12.
It's okay. It's okay. I can't
I have my screen in the wrong place. Sorry. I could only see the ones on the right. Oopsie daisy. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we have 12 barracks, guys. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Elegant knows like 4 times as many English words as I do. And I claim to be fluent in English.
Isn't it 11?
There's one in the natural.
Okay.
Nice try, nice try.
I was counting about 5 times there. It's like, oh my god, I want to be right about something right now. But I'll find something later to one-up you on. It's okay. And we have another big engagement happening here. There are ultras. They're pretty much unsupported. We needed a filer right here. They may be able to do it themselves. However, they are so super strong. But soon they're going to start dying. Those Marines might just be enough to deal with all these ultras. This is going to be quite expensive for Bakuryu to lose all these units. And I think the Marines are going to be able to do their job. Those ultras are just ridiculous. And they may actually be able to finish off this Marine force. And reinforcing Zerglings coming in back as well. So I think this is actually going to be enough for Bakuryu, and TerrOr would do well to retreat with his reinforcements as well, just to try and preserve his units. And this gives Bakuryu once again another decent window of opportunity to get into that 6 o'clock base.
Oh man, and here comes the conga line of Zerglings going straight down there. There is a bunker there. The Marines are loading up into it. I think it might be okay here. These are 3-3 Marines. They're very, very deadly. Although the Zerglings look like they're going to be 3-2 here. The Ultra, they're still missing their third attack upgrade. And why is TerrOr building like random turrets around the map? He's also lost 2 science vessels at the top here. Looks like just controlling these massive amounts of medic marine is proving a bit too much. And you know what? That's no discredit to him at all. Playing like late game SJ.TerrOr and mass medic marine science vessel is possibly the most mechanically demanding late game strategy, I'd say.
It's a very, very manly strat.
Indeed. So looks like another stream of Marines coming out here. I mean, on the plus side though, you basically like never run out of units because of how cheap they are. Oh my god, Bakuryu has almost 4,000 minerals. What?
Holy wow. Yeah, he needs to get spending those. I'm not quite sure where all that's come from. He could probably just pump a huge number of links and clean out these Marines right here. I don't think he's got enough to be engaging right now. This is a very bad idea. Okay, finally with the violent spot. Oh my god, another plague. It's not actually that big this time, but I still wanted to shout about it. And we have these ultras just coming in, continuing to try and do the damage. That defiler is now out of energy, so no more swarm to support these ultras, but oh, they're just too strong. Bashing through so many Marines before finally they will get taken down. And some reinforcing links coming in as well. Will he be able to scourge out these science vessels? I think he's got a pretty decent chance of doing so. All the scourge are going to come in if he splits them well, landing too many on one science vessel right there, but still managing to take down 2 science vessels for his money, so not a bad investment at all.
And it looks like the 3 o'clock base is established. He's got a drone at the 9 o'clock getting ready to take that. Not sure about taking that base though, since it's kind of closer to the Terran. Although I suppose if you take it now and mine it out, the Terran won't be able to get it later. But yeah, Bakuryu is rocking a ton of extra minerals. Should really be throwing down some more hatcheries, just spamming out those Zerglings. I mean, he's not even close to max right now, so there isn't much excuse. Looks like he is down under 3,000 now at least. But yeah, I mean, even though he's that high in minerals, he's at 140 supply against the Terran, barely 100 supply here. So Bakuryu is in a pretty dominant position right now. It looks like, oh, we have another little SCV dance party here. Just 3 SCVs, just the cool kids. Outside Terran's thing. I still don't know how this happens though, because you'd have to transfer the, maybe they came from the 6 o'clock and he transferred them back to the main when it was under attack or something. Because normally you'd be transferring them out, so they'd be like on the other side of the building. So I don't know why we see that.
Really, really weird. We do have another big play going down on that Marine medic group moving across the middle of the map. How many M's were in that sentence? My goodness. I can't pronounce that many. I'm going to use them all up. But we have the Ultras coming in to try and deal with this force. Again, if he gets a good flank, it might just happen. And good swarm is definitely going to go a long way towards it. Another big play going down. This is just ridiculous late game defiler management. Bakuryu, another swarm. How much energy does he have in these defilers? It is absolutely endless. And another swarm. And he's going to be able to clean up yet another Marine medic force. I can't even imagine the death toll in this game. It's just getting way too out of hand. And we now have an unmedicated force of Marines coming in. They're going to get completely demolished by the remaining Ultras here, and I think I hear science vessels going down too. So whilst TerrOr is fighting valiantly, he is continuing to throw away forces, and Bakuryu is slowly gaining more bases. He now has the right-hand side base established with only 2 stone colonies. That's enough to hold off a small strike force at least. We now have pretty much pure hydras on the left-hand side. I'm not sure that's what Bakuryu would want, getting taken down by a small control group of Marines and medics.
I assume those were supposed to be lurkers or something. That was a pretty random Hydra group right there. But yeah, Bakuryu is continuing to pump out Ultra Link here. Looks like he's not going to be able to take that 9 o'clock. It would have been quite funny if he had. But yeah, TerrOr just... Still though, this SCV count, I mean, look at the 6 o'clock. I mean, fine, you know, he went to all that trouble of securing this base, and he's not really saturating it at all. Like, he could have, you know, twice as many SCVs there and still be mining efficiently, so I'm not really sure what's going on there with his SCV count. Looks like, oh man, but it might not matter because he's gonna get annihilated in the middle of the map. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Ultra Link barreling into the Terran's natural, annihilating the Marines that are there. The bunker is empty. GG from TerrOr. And Bakuryu takes the series 2-0. and I believe goes on to the semifinals. This was a round of 8 match. So congrats to Bakuryu for making it that far, but it's not over yet. Although that does mean we're going to continue to cast his games, because I think now we're going on to the semi-finals matches.
Yeah, I believe we are. And I said I wanted a close fight, and therefore I said I wanted the 2-1, but I couldn't have really wanted a much closer fight than that. Very, very impressive stuff from those guys. And Bakuryu, I think, deserving the win in the end. He just kept at that war of attrition. He kept his focus, which is very, very important, and was just steadily able to grind Terra down. Very, very nice play from him, and a well-deserved spot in the next round as well. So I believe, yeah, we are going to be going on to the round of 4 right now.
Indeed, indeed. By the way, just looking at the score screen from that game, over 400 units killed on both sides.
Wow.
So quite an impressive tally there. Anyway, so we're just gonna go straight on to the semifinals with Bakuryu still. So